Marker 1, marker 2, getting closer to my goal. Marker 3, marker 4, yeah, when you're building something, you encounter issues. So yeah, I keep fighting this thing, and chat's helping me build this, but I keep playing around with these little issues. Had it 100% working, and then I was having a processing error where it was trying to upload it way too fast. It was trying to upload it like 120 frames per second, which was just making my system go nuts. So I slowed it down. When I slowed it down, I created another issue. And now the cues aren't picking up. So I think I have the cues picking up. And if you're seeing this right, it should be good. If you're seeing this raw, it uploaded right, but it didn't pick up the cues again. And these are the things that you fight with when you're building something like this. I'm getting closer. The chest mount unit should be, or actually not the chest mount is here, unit is here, but the camera's not here yet. The phone's not here yet. The phone should show up here pretty soon. Came direct from China, direct to Texas, probably on a ship, and then it's from Texas to me kind of deal. So that was kind of cool. And I'm only getting in like 5 days. So it was sitting in a Texas warehouse, but it came from China. So it's a good phone. It's a new phone. Probably came right from the manufacturer. New in box and all that kind of stuff. I got a good deal on it. Yeah. Playing around with all that kind of stuff. And I'm waiting for that to show up so I can actually do chest mount video, so I don't have to do this video where the phone is sitting next to this little thing here. But yeah, so this is another test video. It is and it isn't. You know, if it goes up how it is, it's not a problem. It can be documenting. I'm just going to start shooting documenting. I ain't going to do any more test videos. If they go up, they go up. They can be seen. It's not a problem. Thanks for watching if you're watching. If they don't go up, they don't go up. It's a test. I found something wrong, and I'll go back through, and I'll make another video kind of deal. And this is just going to be a single take, not a multi-take. That was a problem too. I was setting it up for I had it set up for single takes, then I set it up for multi-takes, and then that was causing issues with single takes. Yeah. I don't know why. But it was. So I ended up switching that to multi-takes, and then that was causing, or single takes, and that was causing issues with multi-takes. We're close. We're close. It's just one of those things. You just keep fighting. You're going to get it. I'm going to get it. And simple as that. But you just run through this kind of stuff when you're trying to build these things. And once I get this built, it'll be great. It's going to be a huge multiplier. But oh my God. I guess you're wondering what I'm doing. This is my little cue system. So what I do here, I'll show you that a little closer there. What I do here is I save these cues. All right. And these ones right here. Not these ones. And what that allows me to do is do fun things like give you as raw as possible. But all I need to do is, once I finish this up, I drop it on the PC here. And I drop it in a specialized folder that I made. It's all script-based, no AI, all script. It detects it, runs actually like 12 different scripts. And what it does is it detects it, detects the cue, or uses Whisper or something else to detect everything I said, checks my cue list that I have right here. Still my cheat sheet. I have it all almost 100% memorized. And then, yeah, as it detects that, it gets the cue, and then it checks the transcript for those. All right, and then it's comparing one to the other. And what it does is it uses what I said here. It picks those up. Then it gets time lapses from that. or the time markers, or whatever heck you want to call it. From that, it generates the thumbnail from basically a still image from when I said in the very start. You should have heard me muted here. It should be mute. And which that was the thumbnail for the start. And then, and I can say the thumbnail anywhere in the video. I just said it at the start because right now it's picking it up a lot better when I say it at the start. Later on, I'll play around with it, but I'm trying to get this thing to work right now. And then, yeah. So let me do all that. Even I have time-lapse in there in case I do something like, I don't know, tear off a fender, and I don't want you guys watching me tear it off for like 40 minutes of basically doing nothing, just so I can time-lapse that kind of deal. But it's no audio during that time-lapse. It's going to be simply muted, but it's going to play at like 4 times normal speed. So hopefully it won't be that boring. But yeah, so that's what I'm building. I'm getting this thing closer. I hope this goes all the way through to YouTube, and all the edits are made correctly. And if they ain't or not, I have more work to do. If it goes all the way through, I'm going to do more of these, probably another dozen or so, of me testing this, and then once hopefully I'll get it 100%, it won't be an issue. But I thought I had this figured out the last 3 days, and it hasn't worked out. So we're fixing it, kind of deal. Yeah, fun. So I'm making this one. I'm going to put this up, let this go through. It's not too long. It's, under 7 minutes. So hopefully it won't take too long to process. Go through the thing, and yeah, make sure this all works. And if it doesn't work, it's a short video. It won't take too long to process, and I'll be able to detect it early enough. Anyway. Yeah. It's a good thing to build towards what I do want to do is my eBay store here, and hopefully I can provide some actual help and such, and show people helpful videos of not only just the behind the scenes of eBay reselling, but also in the garage and tearing apart vehicles and stuff like that. Maybe I can tell you, like, there's a special tab that you don't want to break off, kind of deal. Or this is how you do it without breaking that tab off, kind of deal. Or watch me break this tab off because I did it wrong, all that kind of stuff. It's real life. It's going to be as unedited as possible. Like I'm saying, it's all script based. It's basically cuts. It's going to be cut here and cut there, kind of deal. So it'll just be raw cuts. But between the cuts, it's going to be a raw video. It's not going to be anything crazy. You're not going to see any crazy titles or anything like that. No little whatever. You know what I mean. None of that. It's going to simply be a basic thumbnail kind of deal. I'm just making sure I don't get a thumbnail that's like kind of deal in between the kind of stuff that, you know how it is. You got 3 thumbnails, and usually it ends up being like my eyes are closed or something weird like that. And it's like, all these are kind of crap. It's like, what do I go with? All these are kind of crap. That's how you know if it's a 100% raw video, if you see me doing some weird face, because that's what it is. That's 100% raw. That's me basically recording it, hitting upload, and there it goes. I make a title manually, and that's about it. Those are raw upload videos. These will be a little bit more correct. Basically getting the thumbnail, having the thing start, and also being able to basically wear the unit for 5 to 8 hours a day, and walking around and being able to just say these to make little takes. I'm calling them takes. To make little takes throughout the day. And I can have one video that's recording over 5 hours do, let's just say 10 takes in that 5 hours kind of deal. Just if I see something that's cool, this is how you remove this. This is where these fender bolts are on this fender. So you're not looking for those 2 bolts, because I've already went through and I've already researched it. Now you can simply watch a 10-minute video or a 5-minute video and see, on this vehicle, it's a 10 here, it's a 15 here, it's a 13 here, it's a 12 here, because they're fun like that, stuff like that. And that might help you a little bit, help somebody out in a little bit. kind of deal. But then it's like, I don't know. You'll just get those ones right there. And like I'm saying, maybe I'll time lapse it there. I'll tell you where the bolts are, and then I'll time lapse it kind of deal. And then I'll pull it and time lapse at 4x speed, and then show you, yeah, this is extremely rusted here. It's Michigan, kind of something like that. But that'll be like the kinds of things that I really want to do with this. And because it's chest mounted, because this phone will be in my hand, and that phone will be mounted to my chest at all times. I'm using the phone as a camera, only as a camera. That phone will be mounted at my chest at all times as I'm working, kind of deal. It's going to minimum disruptions to workflow. I basically need to stop and say these things, maybe a minute of downtime. And then otherwise I'm just going to be going at it, and you might hear me talking during the thing, but it, kind of deal. But it won't be huge disruptive like I'm doing right now. I can't do anything else. This is what I'm doing right now. I can't be talking. I can't be doing anything else besides this. I can't be using my phone for anything besides this. Kind of deal. So it's a little bit disruptive. That being said, I'm not doing what other people are doing and not taking this to the next stage and then editing for an hour or 2 hours for each potential video or potential take or whatever. I'm simply putting this in, dropping it in, and walking away for the most part. And then the scripts take over, and the scripts do everything that I want them to do when they work. But I'll get it there. I'll get it there. It's one of those things I'm like, get to 99%, and then something screws up. and drops me back to like 60%. And then I get it back up to 99%, and then something screws up, takes me back to 60%. And I just go back and forth. So yeah, hopefully this one goes all the way through. That's the goal. I still have a lot of fixes here to still do. It's looking like. But I have a progress updater, so now I can watch the dang thing and see if it's actually moving. Because right now, up to this point, it's been me dropping it and then basically coming back and seeing if it's working or not. Anyway, trying to keep this thing short. There you guys go. I'm going to say that last one there. That last one there. And that's going to stop this take. And then if I wanted to do another take, I would simply start with the first one. And that's basically as complicated as it should be. Mind you, I got to say the ones down the list to make it all work, except for the time-lapse. Time-lapse is optional. But that's how it should work. Anyway, so I'm going to save this now. You're going to hear me pause. I got to pause like 2 seconds before it says it to hopefully pick it up kind of deal. And what I'm having is before this, I fixed it. Before this, was having splits, and now it's no longer having splits. So even if I was to say it fast, it would still pick it up. But right now, I'm simply going to pause at the last 2 seconds before I say this. And you guys shouldn't even see me say the thing if it works. You guys should only see it for like a second pause. So there we are. Thank you, folks. You guys have fun. Hopefully you're seeing this. Hopefully it goes through. If it doesn't go through, it's nuts. So yes, we're working on it, folks. Anyway, thank you if you see this. If you don't see this, you didn't see it, kind of deal. There you go. Thank you, folks. Marker 7.